Yes, ma'am. That's not the first time he's helped me out.
Very cool. So I understand you are on Team Broke Dads.
I'm with Broke Dads. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I understand Broke Dads has an like a test where y'all test a lot.
They have a park that's over there by their house in Irmo.
Hmm.
Me and Mike have two parks over here where we're at. We have a park that's about 5 minutes from my house that's sandy. You actually got to blow the sand off of it before you can run. And then we have the spot, the Soda City, where we actually run at, but it's not the original spot that we started it at. So we basically have, me and Mike has three different places that we actually practice.
So how often do y'all actually practice? A
Well,
week.
sometimes because me and Mike's in the construction, and we have 2 3 days off, and we'll be out there somewhere practicing for 3 days straight. Broke Dad's practice usually every Friday, but a lot of times if we're not racing, me and Mike's practicing Saturday.
So y'all are practicing a lot weekly.
Yes, ma'am.
And what tire prep do you use?
Track bike PJ1. You buy it from the gallon. You can get it basically off the internet. Summit Racing sells it.
So is that isn't that like what the big cars use? If I'm right.
Yes, ma'am. The jug we use actually does have has a little RC car on the bottom of it. But yes, ma'am, they do use it.
Very cool. So what advice would you give someone to get to the level that you are at currently?
Test, test, and don't be afraid to ask questions, but ask them to the right people. Because a lot of people online just tell you stuff to send you the wrong way.
So how often like would you recommend testing, like every other day, weekly, or just
As
when you
much
can?
as much as you can, that won't break the bank. Because it is expensive.
So do you consider it more hobby or sport? Or are you for both?
To me, it's a hobby, but yeah, we always in competition with each other no matter what.
Very cool. And what was your tuning game for Saturday?
I first started off messing with the ESC, but I really couldn't see no big changes in it. So I set the ESC to where the most power that it put out with my best ET that I've ever ran on the GNSS, and I started tuning in the radio with with the two stage on the PX7, and I started seeing a difference in what the car was doing in the ET in mile an hour.
And what do you think the tires that you were running helped on the track that you were running?
Oh, most definitely. The blue dots, I'll use them just about anywhere.
As compared to, we were having that discussion on the interview as compared to Voodoo's, because we
Yes,
know Voodoo's
uh,
is
I put Voodoo's on it twice, two brand new pairs basically, and I blowed the sides out of both of them. And I haven't tried them again.
I know, not to throw off course, but I know Cam also, he had a set of Voodoo's and his also broke. Not broke, but it, you know, tore up on the side.
I think he tore up a pair Saturday morning, and I think Marcus Hill tore up a set Saturday too. But I think they were sweeps. I'm not for sure on that one.
I know that track was definitely it was a lot different than the track that y'all had been running on.
Oh yes, ma'am. That track was mainly kind of like running on dirt.
So which track would you prefer? Would you prefer the other track or this newer track?
I like the newer track because honestly, after getting home and thinking about it, I run a faster GNSS time there than I've run on the old track.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. And it may have just been because I was actually thinking about what I was doing
Mhm.
and trying to make the car go down straight. Because when Compton beat me in the first round, I knew I had to do something. So I made a dramatic change in my timing of the motor. And then when I made my by run and the car went left and right and hit all the cones, then I made some adjustments to the car, and after that, it would just go straight.
Now let me ask you a question on your buy run that you were talking about. I know a lot of racers, some racers will just take the buy run and go easy with it, so not to, I guess, do any damage to the car. But did you, when you did your buy run, did you want to see what it would do with the new tune, or did you just take it easy?
No, I was seeing what it was going to do because I knew that who was left in it, it was going to have to go to actually win.
Very cool. And let's see, Mike, I know you're on here. I'm trying to think of any other questions. Okay, I did that one. Oh, okay. I thought of another one I wanted to ask you. What is the next race that you're planning on going to?
This Sunday, I will be at the state race at Upstate, and then after that, whatever pops up. If nothing else, we will be testing, but straight line will be at the end of the month.
So you are going to straight line,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're
As
gonna race. You're
we
gonna
are,
race in it.
yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
I'm not going to go cheer nobody on.
Well, I know we were discussing whether or not we were gonna be able to make it the straight line. So hopefully we're gonna be able to make it.
Hopefully.
But give us give us some information about what got you into RC drag racing.
Well, back when I was probably 16, 17, I was actually drag racing motorcycles. And my family's been in drag racing way before that, really. I mean, my oldest brother, I think he's about 10 years older than I am. We used to go to the drag strip every Thursday night up in Orangeburg. So drag racing's really just been our thing our whole life, really.
So, so it's been in your blood.
Yeah.
So which way do you prefer? Do you prefer the big car drag racing or do you prefer RC drag racing?
I like the little car drag racing because I ain't got to worry about healing.
This is true. Um, what do you think? I don't want to get too controversial, but what do you think about the more local races as compared to the big races?
Um, you can learn a lot at the big races, but I mean, the local races, to me, they're just fun. You always around more or less friends, and there's not a lot of controversy there. Which at the big races, I haven't seen none either, but you can meet a lot of interesting people at them.
Yeah. My thoughts were like with the local races are awesome because that's the community and everything. And granted, at the big races you do have a community, but you've got more of the sport because they're all wanting that big pot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Whereas whereas the locals, you do have a pot, but it's not so big and everybody is kind of more in tune with each other. It's my thought.
Oh, yeah.
But if you were to give someone besides, test, 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 what else would you advise someone that's just getting into the hobby?
I would tell them I would buy one of the, like the Losi 22S.
Mhm.
That is a great starter car. I had I had one run 213 with it, so I know they're really good cars. As far as a easy to learn ESC,
Mm.
I'd have to say the DRK. Go with it.
So Loose Nut says, did he not see any benefits to it for him? Okay, such as, oh, he says, Loose Nut says he's still impressed by no tire warmers and heat guns. So you didn't use any tire warmers or heat guns during that
No,
race, right?
nope. I haven't. I can't even tell you the last time I actually pulled any out my box.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. I've got two sets of them, but when we would stand up there, and it would take like a little while, and your tires would cool down, and we'd spin out. We just decided to get rid of that, get away from it.
Very cool. It's the whole thing. Oh, somebody wants to know if the whole team of Broke Dad's DC won.
No, not yet.
And let's see. Any more questions, guys? I think I think that pretty much covered all the questions that we asked during the interview, and I asked a couple more. So, with you and your brother racing, do y'all have a competitive edge against each other, or do y'all kind of help each other out?
We always help each other. We watch each other's car. He gives me a lot more tuning advice than I give him because he likes to take little bites at stuff,
Hmm.
which he actually had to learn to do. Where I like to take big strides, and by taking the little bites, I see a lot better approach to it. You can actually see the GNSS actually change in your graphs and stuff with little bites than you can taking a big leap.
Mike McCutcheon has a question for you. Who would you love to race against if you had the choice?
Anybody in the finals? I mean, it really don't matter to me who it is, but I just love I just love lining up and racing.
So there's not one racer that you would just love to race against
No,
and kick their butt.
not yet.
Okay. Um, Felix says, "Hi guys and good vibes." Hey Felix. Hey Loose Nuts. Mike McCutcheon. We got any more questions, guys? There he is. There's Donnie. Donnie, you see that picture?
Yes, ma'am.
First place.
I've actually had Quanda send it to me, and I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to running a race, I
Hmm.
love the way she does it because she would not think nothing about throwing that 2 minute clock on somebody.
I mean, Quanda does an amazing job running those races.
She does. To me, she's one of the best I've seen. It's
She's all about family and making sure that everybody feels welcome there. That's really awesome.
Yep. She come to me a couple times. She'd go 7 minutes. I said, "Give me 10," and she said, "Okay, you can have 10 minutes to get your car back ready."
She was busting it. I mean, cause she was doing the cones. She was making sure that everybody was tended to, making sure the clock was running, and making sure everybody had what they needed. So she did an amazing job.
I think she actually had food over there too, but I never made it over there.
She did. She had free food and drinks. We took advantage of that. It was very good. So a huge thank you to Quanda from the 803 Rock Hill.
Oh
And,
yes.
And you said your next race is going to be the series race in Upstate,
Yes, ma'am. This coming weekend. Hopefully,
and
rain to get out.
are you on the list?
Yeah, I'm pretty far down the points list right now.
Hey, but with that win that you had Saturday, that means you're moving on up.
Oh, I'm not out until the last race is gone. The way I see it.
There you go. All right. Well, I think that about take does it for today. Um, Anybody else got any more questions? I don't want to keep Donnie too much because I know it's 4th of July weekend. I know you probably got a lot going on.
I'm just watching the race actually.
What race are you watching?
The NASCAR
Okay, left
Ro-
turn.
Road America. No, that's they going both ways today.
Are they going both ways today?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Donnie, I'm going to let you get back to NASCAR, and I really, really apologize for the interview going choppy Saturday. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. It's, ain't no problem to me.
Mike Cuchin says Chase Elliott for the win.
It looks like it. He was about 7 a while ago.
All right. Well, I'm going to let everybody get back to watching that NASCAR, and thank you again, Donnie, for coming on. It means a lot to us, and I hope you have a happy 4th, and I really hope that everybody has a happy 4th, a stay safe 4th, but a good 4th of July. And y'all be careful with y'all's fingers when y'all doing the fireworks. And just everybody needs to remember to always, always stay true to yourself. And Donnie, we will see you again.
Yes, ma'am. And
All
thanks.
right.
I do.
Thank you. And we'll see everybody again. Happy 4th, and we love y'all.